When we play football, we know the goal is to score as many points as possible. In business, the goal is to deliver high-quality goods and services and produce a profit. The goal of golf is to finish with the lowest score. We approach almost everything we do with a goal or a desired outcome in mind. So what's the goal of the Christian life? It's amazing how many people have no idea. Henry David Thoreau wrote, "In the long run, men only hit what they aim at. Therefore, they better aim at something high." What are we aiming for? What's the goal of the Christian life? What is the goal that we're moving toward? Holiness is the goal of the Christian life. I know, huge concept, serious stuff, but I want you to keep three things in mind. First, what you think holiness is and what holiness actually is might be two very different things. Second, you want holiness. You might not realize it. You might not be aware of it right now, but you want holiness. And finally, it may be a big concept and it may be serious stuff, but a little bit of seriousness is highly agreeable to the soul. As I've said to you time and time again throughout this series, you're not too young to start thinking about life's big questions. You're not too young for a little bit of seriousness. In fact, the sooner you embrace some seriousness, the more fruitful and fulfilling your life will be. So what is holiness? Our culture makes out that holiness is really boring, and nothing could be further from the truth. The culture pretends that anything religious encroaches on our freedom, when in fact, authentic spirituality actually sets us free. And some people think that if you are to be holy, you can never have any fun. Another lie. Nobody lived more fully than the saints. The truth is, there's nothing more attractive than holiness, and perhaps the biggest surprise of all is that you want to live a holy life more than you want anything else. You have an enormous yearning for happiness. Almost every decision you make is based on this yearning you have for happiness. The reality is, the more you grow in holiness, the happier you'll be. The two are connected. Happiness and holiness are linked. God wants you to be happy, and God wants you to live a holy life. The two can't be separated. You also have an enormous desire for relationships. But what kind of relationships do you really want? Do you want relationships that are filled with lying and cheating and gossip? The type of relationship where you always have to have your guard up? That stuff's exhausting. And it's exhausting because we can never really relax in relationships like those. Life has taught me that in great relationships, we can relax because we know our friends want what is good for us. They're helping us to become the best version of ourselves. And no matter what happens, we know that they have our best interests at heart. Do you want to be in relationships with people who are patient or impatient, humble or prideful, generous or stingy, thoughtful or careless, faithful or unfaithful? Whether you're aware of it or not, you want holiness. And you want to be around other people who are striving to live holy lives. The problem is, most Christians have never considered holiness as a possibility. Seriously, most Christians don't actually believe that holiness is possible. That's the lie. It's the most devastating lie in the history of Christianity. And the tragic thing is, this is a lie that's not told about us as Christians. It's a lie we tell ourselves. It's subtle, it's deceptive, it's disorienting. Seriously, this lie disorients our lives. We might believe that holiness is possible for someone else, like a Mother Teresa or our grandma, but not for us. We know our faults, we know our failings, we know our weaknesses, we know the horrible thoughts we have sometimes, and we know what we're capable of because we know the dark things we've done. But I'm here to let you in on a life-changing secret. Holiness is possible. It's possible for you to live a holy life. This changes everything. Seriously, this changes everything because it opens up incredible possibilities. It's easy to say, oh, holiness is possible, but let me prove it to you. If I said to you, I want you to create one holy moment today, you would probably say to me, well, what's a holy moment? A holy moment happens when you are being the person God created you to be and you're doing what God wants you to do in that moment. Examples of a holy moment could be being patient with your little brother or sister, or helping someone in need, or being a good friend, or welcoming someone who's been rejected by others, or avoiding gossip. If I said to you, go out today and create a holy moment, you can do that. Anyone can create a single holy moment. And if you really set your mind to it, you could create 2 holy moments tomorrow or 4 holy moments the next day. And if you can create 4 holy moments, then you can create 8 holy moments. You see, once you know how to create a single holy moment, you can duplicate that process. That's how people live holy lives. The saints were not born saints, and they certainly were not perfect. They were men and women, just like you and me, who realized that the world's vision for them and their lives was bankrupt. So they turned to God, and they turned to God's vision for them, and they turned to God's vision for their lives, and they created one holy moment at a time. And over the course of their lives, they strung together thousands of these holy moments to create a holy life. You can do that. You can do that too. Holiness is possible. And once we come to that realization, everything changes, and possibilities we never considered begin to open up before our very eyes.